Welcome back, friends. Today we're cooking up something really good. I've got as much cheese as anyone has ever seen, which means we're making mac and cheese. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's get this little stove going. I'm gonna go in with some butter. I'm gonna melt this down. We're gonna be making a little bechamel sauce for this mac and cheese. And so we're gonna start off by kind of making a roux. We'll melt this butter down and then incorporate this flour into it. But for safety, I'm gonna open a window. Okay, so it's already starting to kind of bubble. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump my flour in. We're just gonna mix this up till all the flour gets incorporated into the butter. And this little roux is going to be what thickens up our bechamel. So what we're looking to do here is really try to bind the fats with the flour, also cook the flour and cook out any water that may be in the butter. So you can kind of see it's lightening up. We're getting some good bubbles on it. It's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to go in with 3 cups of whole milk. Try to use as much fatty stuff there as you can, just so our sauce won't break. And so I'm going to stream it in slowly. Next I'm going to go in with 1 cup of heavy cream. A lot of times it's just whole milk and half, but this extra fat from this cream is going to help hold this sauce together. Okay, we need to let this come back up to a boil, and then it will start thickening and we'll start adding our cheese. Okay, so our sauce is starting to thick up, so I'm going to go in with some spices. These spices are completely optional. I think they add a nice little depth to the mac and cheese, but I'm going to go in with some granulated garlic, some onion powder, go in some white pepper. We're going to go in with some smoked paprika. So I've got ancho chili, but you can also substitute this for the same little level of spice with some cayenne pepper. I've got some ground black pepper. I like a lot of it in my mac and cheese. Ooh, she's getting real thick. And then we're gonna go in with some salt. Okay, this is looking good. So I'm just gonna start kind of slowly incorporating this cheese into here, 1 handful at a time. So the cheese that we have today, we've got 2 cups of cheddar. We've got a cup of Gouda, a cup of Gruyere, we got a cup of white cheddar, and then we've got some Parmesan. I'm only going to use about half of my Parmesan. I'm going to save the rest of it for the top. And I want to save a little bit of the cheese for a little cheese surprise in the middle of it. This is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to get rearranged real quick and then we'll start finishing it up. Okay, much better. So a little bit earlier, I boiled some noodles, 16 ounces of elbow noodles. You can use kind of whatever noodle that you really like in your mac and cheese. Cooked it till a couple minutes before al dente because we're going to put it in the oven in just a minute. But let me go grab those noodles real quick and we can get them in the sauce. I've been over in the sink, just kind of hanging out after getting them done. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and change to a spoon. And just look at that, super creamy. And you're already getting cheese pulls, and we haven't even baked it yet. Just the smell from this cheese and all the mixtures of it is so intense. It's so good. And didn't butter this. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly butter my casserole dish. You can also use a Pyrex dish here, just whatever you have. Making me feel a lot better now. So I'm gonna ladle in this mac and cheese. And it holds the noodles so well. So now I'm going to take the rest of our cheese out, other than the Parmesan, and sprinkle over the top of this. Finish getting all these noodles in here. So in a former life, I was kind of known for my mac and cheese, and Rachel and I have been together for many years now. I've never made her mac and cheese, and so I know she's super excited about being able to try this. I always think the more cheeses that you can put into a mac and cheese, the better it's going to be. And so that's why I kind of went crazy with it. If you don't want to spend that much money on cheese, you can just do it with 2 cheeses, something like the cheddar and the Gruyere, or the cheddar and the Gouda. But I promise you this will not disappoint you. I don't want to miss out on any of this gooey cheese sauce. I'm gonna try to get it all. Oh no, some fell on the counter. Wow. So now I'm just gonna make sure that we got an even layer all the way around. It's a little different casserole dish than what I normally cook it in, but it looks beautiful. Okay, so I really love a good crunch on the top of my mac and cheese. So I've got just some panko breadcrumbs, and so we're just gonna sprinkle over the top of it. Okay, now we're gonna take the rest of this Parmesan that we have and sprinkle it over the top of it. This is the mac and cheese. It's now going to go into an oven that's preheated to 375, just until the top of it browns. We're not trying to overcook it, it'll dry it out. This is just here to make sure that our breadcrumbs and we get that crunch that we're looking for on it. So this should take about 15-20 minutes. So we'll see you then. Ooh, isn't she pretty? I'm gonna let this cool for just a minute, and then we'll try a little bite. So it's been sitting here for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and this little corner piece. Sounds so gooey. Man, oh man. Look at the stain coming off of this. So I am so excited about this. Wow. Just wow. So gooey. A nice little panko crunch you just can't beat. I want to thank you for stopping by today. I hope you and your family have an amazing Thanksgiving and you get to share this recipe with them. And if you do, please let me know what you think about it and send me a picture of it, of you and your family. But until next time, remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you then. Peace. Baby, you want to buy it?
Cool.